Ladies and gentlemen, I am French Shot Pearson, and welcome to French Shot Blue. It is Thursday, happy Thursday, March 27th of 2025, 10:35 in the a.m. I pray you guys have a glorious day in the Lord. I have made this thumbnail to specify what I believe is going on in relation to the Middle East and Egypt. You see, because there was a incident on the Red Sea. When I think Red Sea, I think biblical. And I think epic. And the reason why I have this in red and black is because it's speaking, symbology. The WAR is upon us. Somebody, in my humble opinion, is poking the bear. Poking the bear at sea. And they're trying to lure them into something. You see, Israel was founded, it became a nation on May 14th, 1948. The anniversary is this year. Today's date is 3/27 of 2025. The difference is 48 days. How fitting. Because on April 8th of last year, there was an eclipse. An X came over the earth. An X, which means you're eliminated. Is it speaking? I want you to look at this name here. And then I want you to look at the date. I want you to look at the name and look at the date. When you take that date of the anniversary of him, subtract it from today, you get 194 days. The 194th day of the year is July 13th. July 13th. On July 13th, you know what happened, right? That's what happened. Fight, fight, fight. Why are the numbers connecting like that? I said, why are the numbers connecting like that? Did I put somebody's birthday in there, subtracted from the day, it comes out to the incident of Donald Trump. Is somebody poking the bear this morning? It's deep.
Submarine accident. Our chief international correspondent, James Longman, is tracking the very latest developments. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, Rebecca. At least 4 people are known to have been killed in an incident involving a tourist submarine off the coast of Egypt. It happened just after 10 o'clock this morning, nearly a mile offshore from Hurghada, which is a popular seaside resort on the Red Sea. These boats go out, they're equipped with huge windows to give tourists a better view of coral reefs and marine wildlife. There were 45 people on board at the time, including some children. This was a Russian tour group. It's not clear how these people died, if the submarine hit the coral reef. That is yet to be established. But most of those on board are understood to have been rescued now. Many of them are being treated in local hospitals. Some of them have been able to go back to hotels. But this is not the first incident in the Red Sea. There was a serious accident that happened in November last year. There were some fatalities involving tourists, and that prompted the UK authorities to issue a warning about...
Are you hearing the numbers? Listen to it again. It's deep.
Developments. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, Rebecca. At least 4 people are known to have been killed in an incident involving a tourist submarine off the coast of Egypt. It happened just after 10 o'clock this morning, nearly a mile offshore from Hurghada, which is a popular seaside resort on the Red Sea. These boats go out, they're equipped with huge windows to give tourists a better view of coral reefs and marine wildlife. There were 45 people on board at the time.
45 people on board. This is the first newscast that came out this morning. 45. Who's the 45th president? Is that coincidence? Listen.
And marine wildlife. There were 45 people on board at the time, including some children. This was a Russian tour group. It's not clear how these people...
And a Russian tour group. And then I noticed at the end, when they ran this segment, it ended at 8:04. 8:04. And just so happened that Barack Obama was born August 4th. August 4th. Let's go.
It's not yet clear the ratio of tourists to crew members in the vessel, which is claimed to have been one of only 14 real recreational submarines in the world. What caused the Sinbad to sink is not yet clear, and an investigation has now been launched by Egyptian authorities. The Russian embassy in Cairo told NBC on March the 27th at about 10 a.m. the Sinbad bathyscaphe, owned by the hotel of the same name, crashed 1 kilometre offshore. In addition to the crew, there were 45 tourists on board, including minors. All of them are Russian citizens. Most of those on board were rescued and taken to the hotels and hospitals in Hurghada. Their health condition is not a concern. 4 people died. The fate of several tourists is being clarified.
Now, as I go back, I notice he's got on red and black. Red and black is sacrifice. Is that coincidence? She's got on a hint. You can see that? A hint of like the purple. And then there's the red and black there. These are things that I'm showing. And then when they show the actual submarine itself that sank, submarine sank, what colors did that remind you of? The sun god Ra. The colors of the sun god Ra. Is that what's speaking to us right about now? Sinbad, submarines, 45 people reported, and all Russian. All the passengers were Russian. Think. Is the snake trying to lure them? America, allegedly.
The tragedy struck near the city of Hurghada, a popular tourist destination known for its stunning beaches and coral reefs. The submarine, identified as the Sinbad, was designed to take passengers 82 feet deep for a breathtaking view of marine life. However, something went terribly wrong during this routine excursion. According to reports, 29 passengers were successfully rescued, but at least 6 people are believed to have died, with 9 others injured, 6 of them critically. Among the victims, 4 have been confirmed as Russian citizens, according to the Russian embassy in Cairo. The Sinbad submarine is operated by Sinbad Submarines, a company that owns 2 of just 14 recreational submarines in the world. While the exact cause of the sinking remains unclear, authorities are investigating whether mechanical failure or external impact played a role in this disaster.
Let's read. They had mentioned back in the day there was another sinking of a vessel. It was called the Sea Story tourist boat, November 25th of 2024. And here it is. According, let's see here, 28 people were rescued the day of the sinking. I want to get the exact story here. Tightening regulations, safety deficiencies, rescue response, sinking. All right. On November 25th of 2024, the tourist boat Sea Story sank in the Red Sea. In the immediate aftermath, 16 people were confirmed missing, including 12 foreigners and 4 Egyptians, while 28 others rescued. That was in 2024, November. The survivors were found in the Wadi El Jamal area of the sea. The warship El Fateh of the Egyptian Navy assisted in rescue. The next day, 4 people were found dead, while the number of missing was lowered to 7 as 5 more were rescued alive. So that happened back in November 25th. And they said a large wave hit that particular submarine, a large wave. The 94th day of the year is April 4th. Barack Obama was the 44th president. And then we look at this 50, which I've been talking about for months now. We have 50 states in our union. 50 states make up the United States. Now, Sea Story tourist boat, the name of that boat that went down in November, it comes out to 75. The 75th day of the year is 3/16, March 16th. Sacrifice. Is that coincidence? Now, today's incident, this is how I found this by accident. You see what came up? And I can't get into it, but this is how I found out about the Sea Story. This story came up first, right? And it says at least 6 dead after tourist submarine carrying about 40 passengers sinks off Egypt's Red Sea coast. Again, when I think Egypt and Red Sea, that's Old Testament straight up. And it makes me think about Egyptian. At least 6 people were killed and another 9, 6 critically after a tourist submarine sank off Egypt's Red Coast Thursday. So yeah, there it is. See the sun god colors? Red and yellow. Sun god. Is that coincidence? Now check this out. Initially, it was reported 4 tourists, Russian submarine, 4 tourists submarine. In reverse reduction, comes out to 165. What's the 165th day of the year, people? June 14th is the 165th day of the year. Is that coincidence? And that's his birthday. Then look, the name of the submarine is called Sinbad Tourist Submarine. And I put in today's date, 3/27/2025. That comes out to 312. Well, how many votes in the Electoral College did Trump have when he won over Kamala Harris? He had 312 votes. Trump had 312 votes when he beat Kamala Harris. Is that coincidence? Then look, Egyptian's Red Sea coast is where it was. Egyptian's Red Sea coast. That comes out to 95. The 95th day of the year is April 4th. I might have quoted something wrong earlier. I think I did the 94th. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just said the 50. The 50. Ain't that deep? This makes me nervous because when I see large wave, people, I keep thinking about LA with the San Andreas Fault, and I think about the predictions people are making about New York with the water coming over. So yeah, I made a mistake. 95 is where we're at now. Egyptian's Red Sea. 95 is the 44th day of the year. Barack Obama was the 44th president. So let's go further. The first animated story featuring Sinbad the Sailor. Isn't that something? Oh yeah, I went there. because it kept bugging me earlier this morning when I got up. I'm like, wow, the name of the boat is called Sinbad, like Sinbad the sailor. I'm like, okay. Wouldn't be the first time they did something like this. Sinbad the sailor came out July 30th of 1935. July 30th. Take July 30th of 1935, literally, subtracted from today's incident, 3/27 of 2025. Look at what you get, people. You get 46 and 78. What is 46? 46. George Orwell, George Floyd, JFK, they all made their demise at 46. So you know what 46 is, right? That's destruction or death. But then you got 78. Who's 78 years old? Donald Trump. What are the odds? Sinbad the Sailor. It came out in this date, literally, in terms of the first animated short featuring, July 3rd, July 30th. Isn't that something? Subtract from today's date, you get 46, which is death, and 78. Look, people, if you don't think they're predicting things, I'm telling you that's how they do it. They're smart. 46, 78. Trump is 78 years old. Look, it's deep. And look at this here. 7/30/2024, the last anniversary of Sinbad the Sailor, animated film, subtracted from Trump's birthday coming up this year, 6/14 of 2025. The difference is 45 weeks. Who's the 45th president? Trump. Then look, Egypt. The modern day Egypt was founded in 1953, right? July 18th, 1953 to be exact, July 18th. All right? See, did I do that right? I'm sorry. June 18th of 1953 is when Egypt was founded, the recent Egypt. So June 18th. Take June 18th of 2025, the birthday coming up this year, versus today's date, 3/27 of 2025, when the submarine sank. The difference is 84. Who was born August 4th? Barack Obama. Are these coincidences, people? Is somebody poking the bear? Is there a lure going on? And last but not least, when you go to old Egypt, a lot of people believe that Barack Obama is the modern day Akhenaten. Akhenaten. Yep, leader of Egypt back in the day. Isn't that something? Is something being played out right now? We just had the Houthis situation on March 15th. You feel me? Now we got this going on, 12 days later? And we have the investigation going on where they're cross-examining the tongue-in-cheek 12 disciples about that chat call with the editor-in-chief from the Atlantic. And think about that word. We're talking Atlantic magazine. Isn't that water also? You think they're giving us a lot of clues? We got something that just sank in the water, right? We just had a submarine sink in the Red Sea. And we have breaking news of the Atlantic magazine scandal, right? The Atlantic situation where Mr. Jeffrey Goldberg said he was on a text shared from the top officials in relation to striking the Houthis over there in the Middle East. People, I think it's all together. Atlantic magazine. In fact, let's go back to something. I want to show you something. I want to show you this here. I don't have the exact quote, but I'm sure you guys remember it because I did a video on it. Remember, he said this. He said this. And he was talking to, there's another clue. They had that meeting in the Oval Office 3 weeks ago. And what did he say to JD Vance? You can go back and see it. Watch it, because I can't get in here with it. But he told him, you got big shores. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he said, you're going to get hit soon. And Trump snapped. Remember that? You remember that? Yeah, remember that? I'm sure you guys remember it. Go back and play it. He said, you got big shores. And Trump said, you're not going to tell me when we're going to get hit. You can't predict that. If you think I'm playing, go back and watch the video with President Donald Trump, Vice President Vance, and this guy here. He said, you got big shores. I know it. I did a video on it. And when you think about that, and you think about today's event of the sinking, and you think about Atlantic magazine, all this water, I say they're giving us clues. Somebody's poking the bear. I'm Friendship Pierce. You like the video? Please give a thumbs up, share it. God bless you. And we are one more day closer to the coming of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because he said there will be wars and wars. There will be wars and rumors of wars. It's speaking. Ezekiel 38. Jesus said, God bless you.